Welcome, my name's Matthew and welcome to another episode of Frugal Finance. Today we're going to talk about signing up to Vanguard with all their ISAs and Sipps available. I'm going to show you how you set up a new account with them. It's that easy and anybody can start investing in the market today. So like and subscribe, comment below if you're stuck or need any help. Without further ado, we'll get into the video. So you just go to the website vanguardinvestor.co.uk. Obviously this is on a mobile phone, but broadly speaking the PC or web page version looks pretty identical. So you basically go in here and see what they can offer. Open an account. They do a few types of account. You can transfer one if you already have an account, or you can start new ones. And you'll see here they do normal ISAs, junior ISAs, a general account, and a pension, which is obviously a Sipp. So you just click on Start My Account. Obviously, you need to decide which type of account you are going to buy. Obviously, ISAs have different tax implications to, say, a Vanguard pension or even the junior ISA and the general account. In summary, the ISA, stocks and shares ISA, is money that you have already paid tax on, and then any gains in there are tax-free. And you have a yearly allowance, currently £20,000 that you can put in there. But obviously if your money doubles, then that is tax-free. And then if you have a normal Vanguard pension or a Sipp, depending on the way you put your money in there, whether you use a company to pay into there or you pay your money in there. If you've already paid tax on your money when you put it in there, then you get that tax back. And if a company pays into there, then obviously you get the gross amount they've paid in. Junior ISAs obviously for children, again the allowances change for them as well, but the key point with the junior ISA and the Vanguard pension is that there's age restrictions on when you can withdraw the money, whereas in the ISA you can withdraw at any point. So you can either transfer or open a new account. So basically it's pretty self-explanatory. Open an account and then you follow the instructions. So once you've set up your account, you're presented with the main home screen. Now, obviously your account balance will be at zero unless you've credited any money during the process. Obviously they have minimum payments, or you can set up a standing order. Now, it's pretty easy to navigate and select funds. So you do obviously your investments, and then you can invest now via this button. So which account would you like to do if you've got multiple ones? So let's say it's for the ISA, and then you have an option here of buying live, as in right now, or you have option of next trading point. So Vanguard have like depending on the actual stock you're buying, will depend on the time of day, but they have like a shut off or a period of the day where they will buy the stocks, as opposed to buying it live. There is a fee to pay for live, but buying at next trading point is free. That point varies depending on what trades you're buying. So if you buy from America, obviously they're a few hours ahead or behind. I don't know which way it is. Comment below if you know. But generally speaking, the markets there don't open until about 2:30 UK time. So you'll find that if you make a transaction there in an American stock or ETF, then you will that won't go through until probably about 3 or 4 o'clock. So if you go on to buy, then what happens is you're presented with either the stocks that you already have things in, or you can do add more investments. So initially you will be presented with this particular screen because you won't have chosen an investment, or maybe you did in the login thing. And they have split it into kind of 4 key areas really. You can have blended funds, which is obviously a mixture, and it will give you a kind of equity and bond split, which we'll cover in another video. And then, so for example, equity funds, you can invest for, say, like the FTSE 100 in the UK or the FTSE 250. And then you can invest in, say, S&P 500 in America. Now, obviously, there are lots of different ETFs. Some are equity only, so actual investments in companies, all grouped together, so not an individual investment. Or you can have bonds, or likewise the blended funds at the top there, which is a mixture of both. The key thing is to actually look at the key investor information. So this little tab that looks like a piece of paper with lines on at the side here, that actually then gives you an insight into what is actually in the fund, and then a rough indication of past performance. Obviously, past performance is no indication of future performance, but it is something that most people will use as a guideline. Obviously, this is an educational only channel, so you need to do your own research as to what suits your needs and your risk appetite. So you'll see that their fees here are only 0.7%, which is incredibly low in comparison to quite a few of the other main pension or ISA providers. So you don't really want to be going too high with that percentage, because that will eat into your profits. So yeah. So back to the main screen. Obviously you've got various different equities that you can go into. You can do fixed incomes, which is more bonds and things. They're obviously a lot more stable, generally speaking, but the returns aren't as good. And then you can put cash. Now, they don't give any interest rate on cash. They basically chew up the interest rate on the costs of holding the money there. So if you put £1,000 in, it will stay at £1,000. So hopefully that gives you some indication of how you can open a Vanguard account and invest money into it.